When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, Cody's Auto Body, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Berkeley County Health Department, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, and CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening from P.O. Faulkner Park for the season opener of high school baseball in the Panhandle for the Martinsburg Bulldogs as they host the judges of John Handley High School out of Winchester, Virginia. Colin McLaughlin here on TV 10 and the WRNR TV YouTube channel. Alongside me on the call today, Trip Tobin, the manager of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. Our on-site crew, Tyler Strine, Ethan Elliott, Colton Musgrove, and Vernon Dale Backel. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop here this evening. Pre-game show brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. They're revolutionizing the car buying experience. You can buy your next vehicle online, and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. First time getting to see the Bulldogs in action here this season. I know they had a scrimmage or two earlier, same with John Handley, but when it comes to the regular season, it's the first games for both teams. Trip, what are you hoping to see here today?
Well, you know, you'll hear Coach Baller in the interview talk about a little bit of renewed energy here, and he said he's feeling it. There's some youth on this team. Last year they come up a little short, 18 and 14, and they were right in the chance to get to the regional with Jefferson up until about the 6th inning when they give up a few runs. So he said, and I believe that group grew a lot. 7 starters coming back or starting tonight. And, they got a couple of freshmen in there pushing these guys along. So a little competition for each spot. I've watched them a little bit out here play, and they seem to have meshed well together. And I expect to see an excited bunch here.
Speaking of freshmen, there'll be one on the mound, I believe, here today in Clayton Elliott, correct?
He's a sophomore.
Okay.
He played on the JV team last year. He got a starter or two on the infield for Martinsburg last year. He pitched a lot in the summer for the Junior Legion team, and he's going to get to start here tonight. He's going to play some outfield for Martinsburg throughout the season, and I think you'll hear his name a lot. Another young man who pushed some of the upperclassmen, and I think just makes this team better and better when you have competition at each spot, and Clayton has done that.
And you get some good out-of-state competition here to begin the season against John Handley. Then you'll have a total of 3 games here in the next 4 days, as tomorrow they'll have the day off, but then Friday night they'll be in action here at home to begin conference play as they'll host the Washington Patriots, and that's always a instant classic, it feels like, when those two teams do battle here in Martinsburg. It always comes down to one-run games and walk-off fashion as well, and then Saturday at noon it'll be against Berkeley Springs.
Yeah, certainly Washington will be looking to redeem that walk-off last year when Martinsburg and Washington played to a tie ball game there late in the innings, and Jameer hit that walk-off home run. And Washington this year with the Danner transferring in, and they just have an extremely good lineup, a lot of guys that I'm familiar with that play extremely hard, and they have a great team. Martinsburg's going to have 2 of their best pitchers available. They'll have pitching available. I think it's just going to be a great game Friday night for EPAC baseball.
All right, let's go ahead, step aside, take our first 2-minute break here of the pregame show, and on the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll get to our coach's interview with Aaron Byler here on TV 10 and the WRNR TV YouTube channel. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results hopes to see you at the 29th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show, April 11th and 12th, inside the Martinsburg Roundhouse. Make sure to stop by their booth located at RH 35 and 36 to meet the team and learn how they can help you with your needs. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is proud to be a gold sponsor again this year of the home show and hope to see you at the Roundhouse, April 11th and 12th.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
After a car accident, call the local law firm that can give you the help you need right now.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti, the one with 115 years of combined experience fighting for West Virginia accident victims. Get more with Manchin Ferretti,
the one that takes on the big insurance companies.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti. We're Manchin Ferretti.
After a car accident, we'll fight for every dollar you deserve. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. So call right now.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Welcome back here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube as we continue our Hagerstown Ford pregame show. As it's almost time for first pitch between Martinsburg and John Handley. Let's get to our coach's interview, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go, who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring, 304-229-7009, or online at tripsfloor.com. SandingTripsSanding.com. Speaking of Tripp, he caught up with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, earlier.
He was Martinsburg head coach Aaron Byler. Coach, opening day today, 2026 campaign. Last year, come up a little bit short in the sectional this year, returning a lot of starters from last year. What's the outlook for the season?
Well, I think first and foremost, we have a really great group of kids that are hungry and want to compete. We've had lots of competition this year at all positions, so I think anytime you have competition, you're going to have a better team. And just looking forward to the season, and I think the opportunity that we have, we have pretty good pitching depth, and high school baseball pitching wins games, and I think we have plenty of that. So hopefully it'll translate.
Talking about your pitching depth, you have a couple of all-state pitchers there, a lot of returning a lot of innings, but today you're going to start a sophomore on the mound, Clayton Elliott, and can you tell us what prompted that?
Yeah, I mean, Clayton's a guy that's looked really good in our inter squads and in our scrimmages, and it's no secret you got Washington on Friday night, so with Grant and Jameer both being on kind of pitch counts early, they'll both go on Friday, and Clayton's going to start, and Liam Coe and Grayson Buber are going to go in relief, and they've guys that have looked really good, and there's a sophomore, a freshman, and a junior who are fighting to compete and pitch in the rotation, and we're excited about what they have to offer for us. And the goal is just to throw strikes, and like we talked to them a little bit about tonight with it being cold, is that the more strikes that you can throw and keep your defense involved, the more successful you'll be.
Talking about Liam Coe coming in, possibly relieving, he looks like he's also starting tonight here in center field as a freshman. So what can you tell us about young Liam Coe?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since we've started a freshman. He's obviously super talented, super athletic. I think I like him in the 9-hole, and it's a kid that's played infield all his life, and we're going to plug him in center field. And I'm not sure he's ever played a game beside 2 scrimmages in outfield, so that kind of tells you a little bit about his ability and the confidence we have in him to get the job done.
Today's matchup with John Handley, what are you looking for your team here to accomplish tonight?
Well, we can't let the elements play a factor. I asked him last night, do you want to play? And, of course, the answer was yes, with it being opening day. And we just have to make sure that we control what we can control and kind of worry about ourselves. I think if we do that, we'll be successful. Don't know a whole lot about John Handley, but I think if we do the things that we need to do, then we should be all right tonight.
So overall, what are you looking? How do you feel about the season, this 2026 campaign as compared to last year?
We're going to take it one game at a time. We're going to try to get better, but I've been rejuvenated a little bit with the youth and the attitudes here that we have and the competition, and it's just been good. The vibe's been really good and upbeat and positive, and it's exciting to come to the ballpark every day and compete with these guys. So hopefully we can put a good product on the field, not only tonight but all year long.
All right, well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Tripp.
That was your coach's pregame interview with Coach Aaron Byler, again brought to you by Tripp's Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Then call Tripp's Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at TripsFloorSanding.com, as both teams' head coaches meeting with tonight's umpire crew, exchanging lineup cards. You see who those 2 umpires are down below for us?
Jeff King definitely is facing me. He'll be on the field. I believe it's Mr. Offit, Tim Offit, and going to be behind the plate. All I can see is the back view, but I believe it's Jeff and Tim tonight. Jeff King, Tim Offit tonight.
All right, so a 2-man crew here for this one, as they're going over with Coach Byler right now the field of play and looking at the backstop behind, just trying to explain some ground rules here for P.O. Faulkner Park. Both teams right now just waiting in their respected dugouts before we begin. And before we begin, let's get to our starting lineups, brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Go ahead, give them a call, 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you. For the visitors from John Handley High School, leading off is the first baseman in Hobbs. Batting second will be your pitcher in Schwartz. Batting third, the right fielder Ford. Batting fourth in left field is Otto, that being the brother Everett Otto, as Carson is batting sixth at shortstop, but batting fifth in between the two Ottos at third base is Pardue. Batting seventh is your catcher in Ludwig. Batting eighth, the center fielder Van Natter, and batting ninth at second base is Villafranca for John Handley. For Martinsburg, leading off is the shortstop Jameer Brown. Batting second, Grant Henderson. Third at third base, Silas Zarnecki. Batting fourth, the right fielder Nicholas Domenico. Batting fifth, your pitcher Clayton Elliott. Batting sixth at first base, number 9, Bradley Loper. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 5, Braden Fox. Batting eighth, your designated hitter, number 23, Malachi Green. And rounding out the lineup for Martinsburg is your center fielder, number 7, Liam Coe. Final thoughts before we take our last commercial break, Trip? Anything?
I'm just excited to see in Martinsburg. I'm excited to see EPAC baseball get started, and it's going to be a great week of baseball. As there's going to be a lot of head-to-head EPAC matchups early in the season, and kind of see where these guys are. And Martinsburg seems to have some life in them here this year, and especially today in this opening day. A little cold, but the blood's pumping pretty good for those guys, and they're excited to get on the field. I'm excited to see this team. It looks to be a very athletic team. Watching them practice, they have speed, they bunt, they run. So they're going to give some of the best teams in the state trouble.
See John Handley's lineup announced first. They'll be in the all-gray uniforms with the maroon pinstripes, the maroon numbers on the back and on the front. Maroon logo on the right breast of the JH on the bottom left waist side. There are numbers on the front as well with the maroon and white hats. Martinsburg with the all-black hats here at home with the block orange M on the front. The all-white uniforms here at home as well with the orange fonts on the front and script saying Bulldogs outlined in black. Orange letters on the front and back, or orange numbers, on the front and back as well outlined in black. Let's take one last 2-minute break, and on the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll get you starting battery and first pitch here from P.O. Faulkner Park on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in just 2 minutes.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. We welcome you back here on TV 10 and the WRNR TV YouTube channel as Martinsburg takes the field first here to begin our top of the first inning. Top of the first brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned full-service funeral home, proudly serving the area since 1880. So you take a look around the diamond. You got Bradley Loper at first, Grant Henderson at second, Jameer Brown at short, Silas Zarnecki at third. In the outfield from left to right, it goes Brody Robinson, Liam Coe, and Nicholas Domenico. On the mound, starting for Martinsburg, is Clayton Elliott, and behind the plate doing the catching is Braden Fox. That's your starting battery, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced and certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or go and visit Cody's Auto Body's Facebook page. It's the season opener here for the Bulldogs, trying to start off in the win column.
Yeah, I think the key tonight is for Elliott. All pitchers, Elliott will probably be on a short leash, of course, but early for Elliott to get on top of hitters here, throw to contact. Martinsburg defense has proven itself. Last year, and this year you're looking at two outfielders that have plugged in, replacing R.J. Brown and Chris Alter. We have Liam Coe out there and Brody Robinson. So very solid defense, and if Martinsburg or Clayton can eliminate the free bases, I think he's going to have a good day.
First pitch misses low for ball one. First pitch brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-4343 as the next pitch is taken for a strike, so the count now 1-1.
Chilly start to the season.
1-1 pitch. Called strike two to Hobbs at the knees.
Clayton's stuck with the fastball the first three pitches. See what he does here on the 1-2 count.
Here's the 1-2. It's going to be grounded foul over to the Martinsburg dugout, so the count remains.
Stayed with the fastball there.
Who's calling you already?
Some of my fans.
Or is that the dinner bell? Let you know it was ready back home.
Some of my fans want to know why the camera's not on me.
Because it would break. 1-2 tipped and off the glove of Fox. Might have got a piece of him.
Yeah. Curveball that was up and off speed. Reached out for it, and it was off speed. I think Fox kind of come up with it. Came up a little bit there to make the catch. Nipped off the bat there and caught him in his throwing hand. So always painful, especially on a cold night. Doubly painful.
Yeah, I'm bundled up even in here with the heat on right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get hit by a hard ball in the finger today.
Looks like he's fine, so we'll resume here. Elliott sets. A 1-2 pitch. Did he go? They call it strike three. Hobbs down for out number one.
Yeah, he took it there. He checked swing, but he took, and it was a fastball in the inner half that he looked. Braden Fox knew immediately as he was going to third with it as soon as it hit his gloves.
Now batting will be Schwartz, and first pitch is called strike one.
Clayton staying pretty predominantly with the fastball there, except for that off-speed pitch on the 1-2 after the foul ball.
Next pitch runs in. That'll even the count up at one apiece.
Be great to see this young man get a good start here. First varsity start on the mound. Get rid of the jitters.
Next pitch also taken by Schwartz, and that's strike two. So again, Elliott ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just like what he had against Hobbs.
Pounds in the strike zone early.
This ground ball, Zarnecki throws across, and that's out number 2.
Another thing that, he's going to be on a pitch count this early in the season, so the more he can pound the zone, pitch to contact, and get guys out in less than 5 pitches, the longer he'll be in this game.
Yeah, so far, even at the 10 total, as now batting will be the right fielder for Handley and Ford. First pitch misses low and slightly in for ball 1. Next one, grounded down the third baseline and ricochets off the glove of Zarnecki and goes into foul territory and left. So it'll be a 2-out single for Ford.
Yeah, caught him on the backhand there, and it came up right there as he went right down the line. Zarnecki went down on the knee, and you kind of got to stay up on those. It looks good to get on that knee, but you got to stay up in case you get that hop, and it just hopped up off that turf good and hard here today. Jumped up over him.
Otto checks swings at the first pitch that was high. They say he held the bat back, so that's ball 1 from Elliott. Ford over at first takes his lead. Elliott not worried about him. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. A throw from Fox.
Oh.
Might have went off the base runner.
I think it hit him in the helmet.
Yeah, I think so too. He's safe.
Yeah. He definitely took one off the head there. Elliott wasn't paying much attention to him. There with 2 outs, so he stole on the pitcher there. Not much of a chance for Braden Fox or the infield to make a play on that one.
Count now 2-0. Make it 2-1. So that next pitch taken for a strike from Otto.
John Handley showing that they will run.
2-1 count, 2 out. This pitch, fly ball to center. Coe underneath it and makes the catch to retire the side. So no runs on 1 hit. No errors. The one left on base. Added to the bottom of the first after this 1-minute break here on TV 10 and the WRNR TV YouTube channel.
Let's talk about what to do after a car or truck accident.
First, call 911. Then call Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
Let us handle the insurance company so you can focus on getting better.
Being injured in a wreck is enough stress. Let your doctor handle your medical issues.
And let the Skinner brothers handle your insurance issues.
If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we head now to the bottom of the first inning, which is brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state? Then call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-263-4222. Visit them online at www.modernrealtyresults.com. So we now see Handley out in the field. Jake Swartz on the mound doing the pitching for the Judges. Behind the plate doing the catching is Carson Ludwig. First, it's Chase Hobbs. Second, Aaron Villafranca. Shortstops, Carson Otto. Third base, Jackson Pardue. And from left to right in the outfield, it goes Everett Otto, Donovan Van Natter, and Zaire Ford in right. We'll get to see Martinsburg now grab the bats for the first time this season. It'll be Brown, Henderson, and Zarnecki leading things off here for the black and orange. Warm-ups have concluded here for Handley. And Jameer will make his way over to the batter's box. Jameer steps up. Schwartz, first pitch to him. Misses high and outside for ball one. Welcome back, Tripp.
Yeah, had to go take a walk, get a chair. We broke one up here.
You broke one?
Not me, it was broke.
Next pitch. It's a strike. Count 1-1.
The principal needed a chair. You got to get the principal a chair.
Absolutely. I'll stand if I have to.
Me too.
In the corner, back in the day, right? I pitch inside. Count 2-1. Schwartz steps back up on the bump. Brown staring him down. Here's the 2-1 delivery. It's going to be a grounder that's low off the turf. Pardue unable to get it. And Brown takes first on the play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got to give him a hit there. I think if he makes the play, even then, I think Jameer's got a chance to beat it out because it got big chop off the turf there. Hit that turf once again and took a big hop. So turf playing a little hard today and fast.
Yeah, seen twice now. A hot corner eating people up. As Grant Henderson now steps up to bat. Schwartz looking over at Brown. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. The throw from Ludwig off the mark. Brown gets his first steal of the season.
Got a good jump
and
off.
Now Schwartz lost the ball, and Brown's going to go to third.
Yeah, throw back to the pitcher. Lost concentration there, and he takes one off the third. But Jameer got a good jump even off the lefty first move, so he didn't even take a chance to read him. He just took off, and so he got a heck of a jump there on him.
A 1-0 count to Henderson as he swings through this pitch to even up the count.
Lefty out front. Lefty had Grant out front there, a little off-speed pitch. Not overpowering thrower, but so far we've seen him, Martinsburg, be out in front of his pitching.
Next one. Breaking ball taken by Henderson. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah. Martinsburg just has to get the feet down, hands back here, and I don't think he's going to beat him with his fastball that we've seen yet, but I do believe he's got some movement.
That one fouled back, keeps the count at 1-2.
Left-hander's got some movement, sneaky. There's the ball over the...
Yeah, there's a ball that's going to go right over Schwartz.
The foul ball, never put back in play.
Yeah,
so
Brown wanted to try to come home, but we'll have to go back to third.
Might be something to watch out for here throughout the night if they're struggling getting the ball back to the pitcher. John Handley does appear to be a little young. Not sure of their roster. We have their roster, just not their class.
1-2 pitch goes through the wickets of Ludwig, and Brown's going to come home and score the first run of the Martinsburg season here in the bottom of the first. Make it 1-0 Martinsburg.
That ball got right through the wickets of the catcher there. They just need to squirm away a little bit with Jameer's speed and athleticism. Good read on it.
Count now 2-2. Still nobody out. Schwartz's pitch. Grounded right back to him from Henderson. And now underhand toss over to first for out number 1.
He almost waited too long, didn't he?
Yeah. Took a
Grant
few extra steps off the mound.
Grant ran a hard 90 there.
Now batting will be Silas Zarnecki.
Zarnecki was pushed up pretty quick into the role last year, third baseman, as Oviedo had vacated that spot. And young Silas Zarnecki got a lot of quality reps last year. Great on-base percentage. Did a lot of good things and got a tremendous amount of experience, and here he is in the 3-hole this year.
For a time he was leading, I think, the team in OBS. First 2 pitches are balls, so the count 2-0.
He'll get on base anyway at all. He'll get timely base hits. he keeps innings alive. He has a makes the pitcher work. Has long at bats. He'll take a walk. He'll take a hit by pitch. He can bunt. So he's a great offensive weapon for Martinsburg last year. Looking to build on that this year.
Here's the 2-0. We'll pop that one up down the first baseline. Tracking it down is Hobbs, but he can't get it. Rounding first. Sprinting over to second is Zarnecki. The throw off the mark. So that will be a double for Silas here.
A little windy here early in the season. Playing on a strange field, not quite knowing how the ball reacted. The ball stayed in play. I thought it was going to be foul off the bat, but it stayed in play. Got down the right field line, and second baseman probably should have tried to call the first baseman off, but the first baseman attacked it, and it just dropped in behind him. Zarnecki running hard 90, got it, turned it into a double when it squibbed away.
So one out runner on second. Nicholas Domenico now up to bat here against Swartz, and the first pitch is going to run in and hit him. So Domenico will make his way down to first. Now we'll see Clayton Elliott up the bat with two runners on.
It's going to be a long night if the catcher can't get the ball back to the pitcher, working him to death.
Again, that one got by, but it was a dead ball, so runners can't advance.
I think Martinsburg is going to run tonight, based on what we've seen so far.
Absolutely.
Out of the catcher, and Jameer, even though there's a lefty on the mound, looks like the catcher is struggling getting rid of the ball.
Take the first pitch, and it's called strike one to Elliott.
Elliott had a good few practices, a great scrimmage. He threw the ball well, a couple base hits in that scrimmage against Allegheny, so plugged himself right here in the lineup, got himself an opening day start on the mound.
Swartz checks both runners here, taking his time, and Elliott will call time at home and reset. Here's the quick delivery out of the stretch, and that breaking ball low for a ball to Elliott.
Martinsburg has not hit the young man hard. A big chop that Demir got on, and a Texas pop there by Silas Zarnecki. They really haven't squared the ball up at all, but putting pressure on John Handley, I think that's what Martinsburg's going to do all year to teams.
This pitch upstairs. Count now 2-1 to Elliott.
If I'm Zarnecki, I'm not retreating till I see the catcher with the ball.
Schwartz already at 17 pitches. Here's pitch 18. That's going to be a fly ball to shallow center, hustling in and bobbling it to the center fielder Van Natter. And that will load the bases for Martinsburg.
Young man didn't get a very good read on it, had to come in hard, and it running like that out in that outfield this time of year is a little hard on you. Gets those eyes a jumping and moving, and he just hit off his glove and fell in. So have to be an error on the fielder there, as looks like we have a runner coming in.
First baseman, number 9, Bradley Loper.
It's Bradley Loper will come up to the plate here for Martinsburg. One out, bases loaded. Fisher, courtesy runner at first.
Dayon
Breaking
Fisher.
Ball high.
You know that Loper has home run power. That would put a charge in to start the season.
Yeah, especially with today's weather. He'd have to really get a hold of that one as he fouls it straight back. Count now 1-1.
Once again, Martinsburg not hitting the young man hard. The defense just hasn't made the plays. There was a chance to get Jameer. It was a tough spot there. As far as the double by Zarnecki, I believe if played defensively correct and the second baseman going over, they have a shot there of getting him out of the inning.
Yeah, only one hit so far. 2 errors. You're looking at Game Changer ruled that Brown shot over to the third, an error by the third baseman.
I can agree with that.
Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Loper. Schwartz sets. Kick and the pitch. And that's going to be high and outside to Loper. Count now even at 2 apiece. Martinsburg already up 1-0. Trying to add on here with the bases loaded in the bottom of the first.
If I'm Loper, I'm getting open the box. He's already messed up their timing.
Calls time. Steps out.
I'd step in that box.
Zarnecki at third, Domenico at second, Elliott at first, your base runners. Pitch outside for ball 3. Correct myself, it's actually Fisher at first. Got to remember, courtesy runner here.
Yeah, Schwartz, pitch count's rising. Young man just hasn't gotten much help out there, and he's done a great job of keeping these hitters off balance and making them put the ball in play. And except for the hit by pitch, you have to feel for him at the moment.
The 3-2 is a hard ground ball to the second baseman, Villafranca. His only option, throw over to first. As a run comes home to score to make it 2-0.
There's an RBI ground out there. Stayed out of the double play, so it's good at bat there. So we're going to see Braden Fox, who caught the majority of or if not, I believe all of the games last year, 95% of the games last year, but didn't get to hit a lot. Looks like this year he's going to get up there and get some swings. I'm sure he's happy about that. Young man played well in the summer, hit the ball well, played all over the field for the junior Hornets.
First pitch, high for ball 1 to Fox.
It's a good job of getting on base, and so got to see him offensively multiple times, and I think he'll be a good addition to this athletic, quick Martinsburg offense.
Breaking ball, taken first strike. That was the 25th pitch of the inning for Schwartz already.
If Schwartz can get out of here with just 2 runs after the defensive breakdowns, he can call that a victory.
Breaking ball stays high, so the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Schwartz sets. Looks over at the runner at third. Here's the pitch. That's going to be lined off the glove again of Purdue. Picks it up, his throw. Not in time. 1 run has already scored, and Hobbs bobbled it over at first. So coming home also to score the courtesy runner and Fisher. Make it now 4 runs here in the bottom of the first for Martinsburg.
Yeah, again, a very playable ball. It was hit hard, don't get me wrong, but, it's definitely a ball that most high school third basemen make a play on, and so the third error of the inning.
Yeah.
As we're going to see a courtesy runner for the catcher here. I believe Calvin Greenfield's going to come out and run as Martinsburg's threatening to really blow this open. If Schwartz doesn't strike these guys out, the defense doesn't seem to want to help him.
Designated hitter Malachi Green up the bat. Schwartz, first pitch. Low to Green for ball 1.
Ball got away again from catcher to pitcher.
This time it just rolls right to second, so Greenfield stays put at first. Schwartz taking his time here, getting the pitch called in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a deep fly ball to center field. Van Natter backing up on it as it one-hops the wall in center. Greenfield coming home to score as it's a 2-out double for Malachi Green to make it 5-0 Martinsburg here in the bottom of the first against Handley.
He got all that on a cold day to one-hop the wall out there at the 370 mark, and when it left here, it kind of looked like it was going to right center field, and it tailed over into left center field, so not sure how much they're going to keep Schwartz out there and let him labor this early in the season, especially if he's one of their top pitchers. Or certainly that's the first time Martinsburg's really squared him up, so it's not really his fault. I would say that it's not by his doings, or there's not a lot of free bases on his part. He did hit Domenico, but other than that, he's made Martinsburg put the ball in play, and John Handley just hasn't made the plays.
Yep. Got a mound visit here in the bottom of the first before we get to see the freshman Liam Coe come up to bat for the first time.
I'm not sure we've seen a freshman start for Martinsburg maybe since Jameer started.
Yeah, you might be right there. I'll have to ask Byler.
I was trying to think, but I think Jameer Brown, who's leading off playing shortstop today, was the last true freshman to come in and start.
Just makes me feel old even though I'm a youngster. I remember Liam Coe pitching a no-hitter in Little League to send the team to states. And he'll send a fly ball to shallow right center field. Van Natter hustles in, but it's going to drop in front of him. And Green comes home to score to make it 6-0 Bulldogs.
That's a pretty good start to your varsity career. First pitch, base hit.
Yeah, for an RBI.
I was talking to Liam Coe and, congratulating him for making the team. And then he had started in a couple of scrimmages, and he said, I appreciate it. And he said, but now I got myself in the lineup. Now I got to get myself out of the 9-hole. I don't think he appreciates the what the stature is that the second leadoff means in this game. But he's not going to settle for just playing.
Well, let's see if he gets his first steal. Does so easily as that pitch was low to Jameer Brown for ball one, as Martinsburg's already hit around in the lineup here.
But yes, Liam Coe is not going to settle. Is not going to settle just to be in the lineup. He wants to play. He wants to be in the top of the lineup.
So runner at second now. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be sent for a ride to left center field. And it has it! Goodbye home run, Jameer Brown. The first of the year. And that makes it 8-0.
This is going to be a long day for John Handley, I believe. That ball was crushed on a cold day like today. Not carrying too much, but that one carried on out of here by sheer strength. Jameer looks as good as he's ever had. Just the stature, his athleticism. He's healthy.
Batting number 4, Grant Henderson.
Grant Henderson will now have to follow that up. Breaking ball is a strike.
These guys like Schwartz who nibble on the corners, throw off speed and things like that, the more times these guys see him, the tougher it's going to be for him to get him out.
0-1, next pitch. That one drops for a ball, so the count 1-1.
Eight to nothing already.
Yeah. 1-1. Eyeing outside for a ball. The count now 2-1 to Henderson. So far, the 8 runs coming on 4 hits and 3 errors. And a hit by pitch. That pitch right through the legs again of Ludwig. Nobody on base, though, to advance, as the count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Henderson. Grant steps back in here. Still 2 out. Swartz. Not even close. That's ball 4.
Free bases are piling up. Martinsburg gets on base, moves up, and then gets a timely base hit or put it in play. John Handley can't make the play. Martinsburg moves around the bases quickly.
Zarnecki up once again. Had the double his last time up. Runner goes, pitch high from Schwartz. Ludwig doesn't even try to throw it down, so Henderson steals second. Count 1-0 to Zarnecki.
Nope, stay on the runner.
So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch. That will be a strike as Zarnecki lets it go by. That was the 40th pitch for Schwartz.
It's tough on that young man's arm this early to have a 40-pitch inning.
No action in the bullpen for Handley. 1-1. Softly grounded over to third. Charging at it's Perdue. His throw beats Zarnecki. Finally retire the side here. So we saw 12 batters come up in the bottom of the first for Martinsburg. 8 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors, and 1 left on base. Through 1, it's Martinsburg 8. Handley nothing. Headed the second after this 1-minute break here on TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Welcome you back as we enter the top of the second, which is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit them online at burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Colin and Tripp, happy to have you tuned in as due up for Handley, 5, 6, 7 batters. Perdue, Otto, Ludwig.
They're going to need a little... They need to get something going here quick. This game's going to be way out of hand.
It's already 8-0. First pitch is a strike. Next one. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Perdue. Elliott. Next pitch. That's going to be fouled straight back. I think just over the press box.
Yeah, Elliott continues to pound the zone here. He could. Marburg gives him a 10-run cushion in the 5th. He might be able to save that bullpen.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Clayton Elliott. And out number 1 here in the top half of the second.
I think what you're going to see is a couple innings. I think the third inning. I think if Martinsburg puts a few more runs on the board, you'll see Code the third and the fourth inning probably. Get him some work.
So Otto steps up, and he'll ground the ball down the third baseline. It stayed fair. A long throw to first. Or did they call it foul at the last second?
It was a foul ball, yeah.
It looked like it was going to be, but I never heard the call.
Yeah, well,
or see.
The first couple hops were in, then it kicked out, kicked right. Or kicked left to Zarnecki's right, and he went ahead and gloved it and threw just in case, but he fielded it in foul territory.
All right. Next one, breaking ball that gets Otto to swing early. Count 0-2.
So let's stay on the pitcher, Colton.
And a swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the second for Clayton Elliott. As Ludwig will now come up to bat.
I thought he had a shot there for the immaculate inning, but I forgot the foul ball.
Yep, the foul ball happened.
He's not wasting any pitches here.
No, he's not. He's throwing strikes. This is what you want to see up 8-0. And there's one, fouled back for strike 1.
Yeah, you're not going to see him show too many pitches. He's going to try to pound that strike zone, work on location, maybe work on a pitch or two while he's out there. Work quickly.
0-1. That's going to be popped up into shallow left center and caught by Liam Coe as 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the second. Goes John Handley. Headed to the bottom of the second after this 1-minute break on TV 10.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
We welcome you back here on TV 10 and the WRNR TV YouTube channel. Bottom of the second, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg.
Not much of a break there for young Schwartz there. So Martinsburg went 1-2-3. They're back at the plate. Send him back out there to eat some more of that pitch count up.
Jeans invaded the press box. We might have to put him to work. What do you think, Tripp?
Make him chase foul balls or get me a hot dog. Or
I
both.
think you could probably convince him to get you a hot dog.
Maybe.
He might eat it first.
Spit on it.
Oh, I hope not.
All the dignitaries. Jeans in here and Davis Moore.
Yeah.
Post 14 first base coach Ethan Greenfield.
Domenico, Elliott, Loper, the 4-5-6 batters here in the second as the first pitch is called ball 1.
Domenico's the only Martinsburg batter who hasn't put the ball in play because he got hit by a pitch.
Yeah. Next pitch from Schwartz. Swing and a miss. Domenico ahead of that one. Count now 1-1.
Yeah, Domenico didn't get to see too many pitches last time. I think he got hit with
no,
the
that
first
was
pitch.
the first pitch, yeah. First
so
pitch.
He hasn't quite been able to time it up just yet.
A lefty matchup. One. Now 2-1.
Didn't get to see much out of Nick last year. Hurt his knee early in the season and kind of a freak accident there in early practice. So we didn't see him till sectionals almost. And he certainly has power, strength, quick hands.
And there goes that one. Backing up on its forward. And it's going to just go off the top of the wall. Domenico hustling round second, going for 3. Villafranca just going to eat the cutoff throw. So it's a leadoff triple for Domenico to begin the top of the second.
Just missed his home run by about 3 feet up because it hit that fence right there at the dump and junk sign right there at about midway. If he another foot or two on that one, it's Martinsburg's second home run of the day.
As Elliott now coming up the bat. I was not sure how much extra base hits we would have here tonight because of how cold it is, but that ball goes through Ludwig's legs again, but Domenico going to stay put at third. That's ball 1 to Elliott.
Smart play. Nobody out. You don't want to. 1, you don't want to risk it. 2, you don't want to risk injury.
Right.
A lot of times there's a lot of collisions there at the plate.
1-0 count. Next pitch. It's taken for a strike. The count 1-1.
Elliott's been the story of the day so far, pounding that strike zone. Don't see anybody in the pen yet, so he's going to go out for another inning.
That grounded over into the first base dugout for strike 2 for Elliott.
Elliott's kind of defensive there. As he gets older, he'll learn not to be so defensive there with just one strike. That's more of a 2-strike swing. He'll start to be a little more offensive before he gets to 2 strikes as he gets a little more confidence here on this varsity level.
1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, runner at third. Schwartz took a little bit too long for Elliott's liking, so he calls time, steps out.
Martinsburg's threatening. The 9th run standing on third base with no outs.
Schwartz with the delivery. That's going to be chopped down the third base side, and a base hit into left field by Elliott makes it 9-0.
That was a lot better swing there. Good 2-strike approach. Didn't try to do too much with it. Got a little breaker and just
great extension there.
Stayed with it, yeah, followed through. Comes Dayon, courtesy running, Dayon Fisher. Back once again, running for the pitcher. And just for everybody at home, Dayon Fisher, courtesy running doesn't use up his eligibility for the day. When you pinch run or you run and you come out, that's a different story. But Dayon Fisher is still eligible. Anybody run for the pitcher or catcher would be eligible for the day.
Loper up to bat. Pick off over to first. Now we got a rundown here for Fisher.
Yeah, he probably should have never stopped. Just took to put his head down and run.
And they're going to tag him out.
He got caught stealing there, but I believe if he just doesn't stop, and he'll learn. But when you do that, the best thing for you to do is just go. Not think you're getting the run down. Force him to make a quick throw back to second. Force the shortstop to make the play there. I think if he just keeps going, that he comes in safely. But again, another freshman in the lineup here today, getting some experience, and they'll learn from that. The coaching staff will work on it with them. Martinsburg has done a good job of developing these guys. So early season, now's the time to do it.
So 1 out, nobody on. Still waiting for that first pitch of the at-bat to Loper.
Pretty good move by Schwartz.
Yep. That pitch looked like it was going to possibly hit Loper, but then broke back. Still missing for ball 1, though. 1-0 count. Here in this 9-0 ball game in the bottom of the second. That one low for ball 2.
Catcher for John Handley struggling to handle Schwartz there as Schwartz needs a catcher who he can trust to block, as he likes to throw the ball speed, likes to throw curveballs down.
That one popped up into shallow left center field. Otto underneath it will make the catch for out number 2.
Looks like John Handley's defense is going to come alive a little bit here as they made back-to-back plays here.
Bottom of the second, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg, as catcher Braden Fox up the bat now. Pitch. High for a ball over the glove of Ludwig, right into the backstop.
A lot of Spring Mills ball players in the ballpark. I see him strolling down, coming in and
probably just finished up practice.
Get a little scouting report on Martinsburg, their EPAC rival.
1-0. Called a strike. Count now 1-1.
Fox, not your typical prototype body for a catcher, but he is extremely athletic, got a good arm, and just started catching not too many years ago. It hasn't been his lifelong position.
That pitch misses for ball 2 inside.
Generally, when you have a catcher, he's caught since he was first playing, but this young man has picked up on it later in his career, and certainly done a great job of it for Martinsburg.
Check swing. Called strike 2. Not sure if it was on the swing or in the zone, but either way, it's 2-2.
Yeah, to see him here at the high school level, he's doing a lot of catching, but in the summer, he's a very versatile player. Martinsburg's going to probably get him out from behind there a few times this year with Thomas Gare to get some innings.
Here's the 2-2. That just misses for ball 3. Count full, nobody on, 2 out.
Garrett, sophomore in there, pushing, trying to get in this lineup. More bigger kid, hits for power. If he could work his way in there, that would give Braden Fox a chance to show some athleticism out in the field.
Here's the payoff pitch to Fox. And it's called strike 3. Fox goes down looking to end the inning. Still 1 run, though. Comes across thanks to the leadoff triple by Domenico. So after 2, it's Martinsburg 9, John Handley nothing. Headed to the third after this 1-minute break here on TV 10.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
We welcome you back here as we head to the top of the third inning, which is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Did you ask Gene to get you a hot dog or nah?
Not yet.
Not yet. He's right behind you. I think he's trying to scare you.
He's giving me the thumbs down.
Oh, he gave you the thumbs down?
Yeah. He's up here rooting for John Handley.
Yeah. Well, he must be having a rough day then, because right now John Handley's trailing Martinsburg 9-0 through 2. Due up here for John Handley in the third, the 8-9-1 batters, Van Natter, Villafranca, and Hobbs. Van Natter swings through the first pitch. It's a fastball for strike 1.
Zarnecki's got their number here today as he moves that fastball around, lifted that one a little bit, got him to chase a little.
Next one, going to be a one-hopper to the shortstop, Jameer Brown, who sends the long throw over to first, scooping it up off the turf, is Loper for the out.
Nice play there on both ends as Jameer could have come in and short-hopped it, but thought better, dropped back, took the long hop. Knows his arm, knows his strength, and got it over to Loper. Loper did a good dig over there on that one as it just picked it right off the top of the turf.
Villafranca now up to bat. First pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, go ahead, Colton. Yes, sir.
A 1-0 count here with 1 out. Next pitch from Elliott. Inside for a ball. Count now 2-0.
Elliott does a nice job of working quick, keeping those batters on their heels.
Yeah, those are the first 2 balls since the end of the first inning. That one a strike, so the count 2-1. It's been pretty efficient.
Very efficient tonight.
Here's the next pitch. That inside, though, for a ball. Count 3-1.
It's a good thing, because if Martinsburg's innings were as long as John Handley's defensive innings, we'd only be in the first.
Yeah. Here's the 3-1. That's taken for a strike to Villafranca, so the count now full. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Villafranca goes down looking for out number 2. I don't think he ever took that bat off his shoulder.
I think, yeah, didn't look like he was too interested in taking a swing here. It's finally back to the top of the order here in the bottom of the third. Clayton's only faced pretty much the minimum.
There you go. First pitch swinging. It's a shallow fly ball right into the Bermuda Triangle of left center field.
Second hit of the night there for John Handley. Again, a bloop, I guess you call it. Ball got up in the air. Looked like it was playable, but nobody got there as it just kind of died there in the middle of everyone. And sometimes it just hit. Just got to hit in the right spot.
Yep. So Hobbs with the 2-out single. Pitch. Schwartz low for ball one. Count 1-0 now. Schwartz grounded out to third his last time up. Elliott checks the run over at first, now sets. Here's the pitch. It's going to be lined right in between first and second. It's going to be back-to-back singles for John Handley.
Second time through the lineup here for John Handley. Putting a little batter on the ball here as they've realized that it looks like that Elliott's just going to challenge him with fastballs and try to keep his pitch count down and not work too many curveballs in there. So they come out hunting fastballs.
Johnson, I believe, is courtesy runner now at first. I think that's a 19 over at first base.
Hard to see, isn't it?
I think when I saw him running out, I saw the back of the jersey with a 1-9. But yeah, tough to read the number on the front.
That's it, 1-9.
Yeah, 1-9. So that is Johnson.
Zarek Johnson.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that looked like kind of lost some control there.
I think it's going to be hard to grip breaking balls tonight for either pitcher. The ball's cold, it's hard. You know, it's, believe it or not, slippery on cold nights.
Count 1-0. That's going to be a fastball that's popped up into shallow center field. Coe trying to get there and does so while losing his hat. That ends the inning. So two get stranded. It stays Martinsburg 9, John Handley nothing as we're headed to the bottom of the third after this 1-minute break here on TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
We welcome you back here as we head now to the bottom of the third inning, which is brought to you by Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Attention to detail like no other. Visit them at dignitymemorial.com. Green, Coe, Brown, the 8-9-1 batters, due up here for Martinsburg to begin the third inning. Up 9-0 are the Bulldogs here against the Judges.
Yeah, after that, the leadoff triple last inning, Schwartz did a great job, and so did John Handley's defense to get the next three batters caught stealing and a fly out and a strikeout. So they were able to put a tourniquet on all that bleeding from the first inning, where it looked like Martinsburg just might score 6 or 8 an inning.
Green had the RBI double his last time up. At one hop to the center field wall. So here's the first pitch, and they'll take it for strike one.
Green just missed a the home run last time out there at that 340 mark.
Next pitch, breaking ball that looks like stays high, so the count now 1-1. Swartz still on the mound, sets. Here's the pitch. Another breaking ball that remains high for a ball, so the count 2-1. Swartz over 60 pitches now here tonight.
He has a lot of them in that first inning.
Yep. Yeah. First inning it was 41. That pitch low and away for ball 3 to Green.
Look for Malachi here to come undone if this ball's anywhere near the plate.
Absolutely. 3-1 count. You got to pick your pitch, and if it's not there, take it. 3-1. He sends right past the second baseman Villafranca and into right field to lead things off here in the third with a single for Martinsburg.
Malachi staying perfect on the day. We're going to see Liam Coe here, left-handed batter, freshman center fielder.
At the 7th hit of the night for Martinsburg.
See if Coe can look to see more than one pitch this time.
Yeah, he had the RBI single on that one pitch.
Yeah.
Swartz sets. He squares the bunts and fouled it for a strike.
9-0. Trying to get that 10th run to get to that mercy rule at least, and then you can maybe change your plan a little bit. But at this point, you're still trying to win the ball game, whether it be shortened or not. So everything's in play here.
Squaring the bunts again. It's a breaking ball, so Coe pulls the bat back. That will be a ball, I believe, so the count 1-1.
The success Martinsburg's had running early, shut down a little bit last inning with a nice pickoff move by Schwartz, so now might resort to bunting the runner over.
1-1. Gets past and right off the backstop. Ludwig scoops it up, but Green at second.
That'll move him up.
Count now 2-1 to Coe. See if he's still bunting, trying to get that 10th run, or possible 10th run, I should say, over to third. Swartz staring at the runner behind him. Now sets. Here's the pitch. Again inside as leaning back is Coe. Count now 3-1. Swartz looking down, looking back. 3-1. Fouled back. Count now 3-2.
Coe hanging tough there. Looking for another base hit RBI here.
Yeah. Full count. Nobody out. Runner at second. Here's a 3-2. That is high for ball 4. So Liam Coe draws a walk. That puts runners at first and second now and brings back up to the plate Jameer Brown.
That's what you want to see out of your number 9 hitter. Get on base anyway at all. He's got a single. He's got an RBI. He's got a stolen base and now a walk. So all the things that you want out of your 9-1 hitters. And to set the stage for guys like Jameer, who we know what he can do. We've already seen it tonight.
Yep, he hit the 2-run home run to make it 8-0 in the bottom of the first to left center. He takes that first pitch for ball 1 high from Schwartz.
Handley still no activity in the bullpen, as this young man's got to be reaching 70-plus pitches.
I'll take a look here. That was, pitch 70. That pitch breaks low. Ludwig throws the third, and it's not in time. So a double steal for Martinsburg.
Yeah, Handley's going to get some experience here tonight, but they're going to need to get that defense cleaned up. The pitchers are throwing strikes, or Schwartz is throwing strikes for the most part. They just need to make some plays behind him.
2-0. Misses. Make the count now 3-0 to Brown. So 3-0 count. See if Brown with that 2-run home run, do you give him the green light?
I think so. Senior year.
We'll see. He lets it go. Count now 3-1.
But, been around Jameer a long time. He's an unselfish baseball player. Even with the green light, I doubt that he plays the game the right way. He's probably taken there, and regardless.
Here's 3-1. And they'll send that one high and over the first base dugout.
Oh, it come back. He wasn't able to make the play, but it did come back and play momentarily. Then it bounced out. But I thought it was way out of play, but the wind's a little crazy here tonight, I guess. Flag's kind of laying low, but the ball